Welcome to week number 2 of Back to Basics with Kendra. So excited you're here. This week we are going to be doing the watering can. Hi TJ. Hi Jennifer. Great to see you. Glad you made it. Hi everyone. Hi Kathy. Okay, so we're going to do the watering can today. Hi Janelle. Hi Karen. Hi. Hello everyone. Welcome. And the Back to Basics series, for those of you who are just joining us for the first time. Hi Sheila. Great to see you, girl. Hello. Hi Carol. The Back to Basics series is going to be, hi Kathy, is just a beginner's live, or if you, hi Jane, thank you, you are so sweet, oh my goodness, hi Carolyn, this is going to be, hi Pam, good to see you girl, hi Tim, oh Margaret, yeah Margaret, hi Margaret, hi Dawn, hello, so this is going to be, yes, you can order these in Hong Kong. Yes. Hi, Barbara. Hi, everyone. Hi, Karen. So, sorry, I keep getting so excited about the comments. So this is a Back to Basics series where I go in, what, Karen? I go in and show you some really basic techniques, and we just talk about each set. So I'm going to be going through each set. And hi Ruthie, each set, and I'm going to show you some really basic techniques that you can either add to your toolbox, or if you're brand new, these are going to be great techniques to help you get that watercolor painting that you really want, okay? Waiting for the beginner set to come back in. One is out. Which one, Barbara? Is it the markers? Is it the little kit? Thank you so much. Yours. Oh, Iman, thank you. That's so sweet. Thank you so much. But I am here to help you. So this is also just like a hangout, a chit chat where I get to have fun with you. This is not going to be like a super strict tutorial. We're just going to be hanging out. Maybe I'll stop and chat. You know, these are, I typically say, this is going to be a 10 or 15 minute tutorial, but it ends up being like an hour. So, oh, happy birthday, Karen. Yay. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you from AI. No, it's one of the stamp sets. Oh, okay. Yeah, sometimes they go in and out. So if you are wanting to know kind of a set time of when they'll come in, or kind of a round, sort of around this time they'll be back in, you can email Claire or Heather in the office. Okay, everyone. So for this week, I announced it last week, but we are doing, for those of you just joining, we are doing the watering can this week. And I'm going to show you how to get a really nice watering can, mix your colors, and then we're going to go through also the little flowers in here, which we don't utilize very much. Actually, it's just the 2 stems and then this little leaf here. But I'm going to show you how to stamp those. And then I'm going to give you a quick little rundown of the foliage and flowers. Maybe you'll stop to chat. Yeah, I literally, Georgia, every time. I'm like, oh, maybe it'll be quick this time, but I've kind of accepted the fact that my lives are never quick. So hi, Maggie. Thank you. Thank you so much. It was really, really fun. Did y'all catch the little veggie cart this morning? If you didn't catch the how-to, make sure you go check that out on the Facebook page. And then we still have those sets if you're interested. They'll be here till Thursday. Otherwise, bye, they're gone. Oh, thank you, Carl. You're very sweet. Thank you so much. Okay. Hey. Yes, TJ, agree. All right, so we're going to jump into this. Other sets that I'm going to use today, and actually let me get the camera switched over, and then I will be able to show you the images that are not backwards because of the view of the camera right now. So I'm just going to move you real quick. So just 1 minute, and we will get the camera switched over. Okay. So, hi Melody, great to see you. All right. Tina, the little mini class was for the throwback, watercolor throwback. And so it wasn't really a class, it was just kind of a tutorial, but it is on the Facebook page. We always save those to the Facebook page, so if you miss it, you can definitely go and see Yes Elle double dose. So fun. So what we're gonna do today is the little watering can. Okay, so this is the watering can I'm gonna use. Let me get this straight, because that's gonna bug. Okay. Hi, Nell, great to see you. You must be on your hubby's page. All right. Veggie cart was amazing earlier. Thank you, Peggy. Thank you so much. So I'm going to be doing the watering can today. I'm also going to show you how to stamp these little guys. These are so cute, and I was preparing for this lesson and I absolutely love these. I think this is going to be really fun for myself as well, because sometimes I forget some of these little cute flowers that we have in some of the earlier releases. So I'm definitely gonna have fun sort of going through these again, okay? So before we start on the watering can, I'm gonna just show you these little flowers and then also give you one more quick rundown of how to stamp flowers in general and then the foliage, okay? Since this is a back to basics beginner, you of course want your water. You want your watercolor paper. Oh, you're on his iPad. Yeah, that's awesome. Okay, Janelle says I'm frozen. Anybody else? Janelle, if it's frozen for you, when the upload comes through, it will be clear. So I apologize if my video kind of goes in and out, but let me know if we're getting lots of people saying I'm frozen, okay? So the stamps I'm going to use today are this little vine here. Love the watering can. It was my first set. Oh, yay, Barbara. Jane, my paper is the 9x12" watercolor paper cut in quarters. So it's gonna be the Canson, this one, that I cut into quarters. So it would be, what is this? It would be 4.5 by 6. Okay, so that's the size of the paper that I generally use on 99% of my projects. I'm also going to be using the little grass from Foliage Set 1. And, okay, great, good to see. Oh, great to see everybody is seeing and clear. But yeah, if it's frozen, Janelle, for you, make sure to just watch the replay, okay? It will be clear. So for this one is the, oh, you know what? I don't think I'm even going to use this one, but this is a really good set to have if you're a beginner. It's got most of these little flowers in here. You know what? I'm going to use this one. I just changed my mind. I'm going to use this one. Yeah, because it's a really good flower, and I'm going to use it as a filler since I've just got stems in this one. I do want to have some filler in between down in here. So I'm going to use that daisy bunch. All right, any questions so far? Okay, so to stamp a flower, you're going to have your watercolor paper. I'm gonna grab that little daisy bunch that I just showed you, this one. And I'm going to take my, let's do blue this time. I used purple last time. This is the 565. And I'm just gonna ink that flower and I'm gonna stamp it in a bunch, a little bundle, and I'm going to stamp it multiple times. Hello, Kimberly Ann. Kendall Joy said that she was going to make some comments. Kendall is my niece, and she wanted to make some comments on the live tonight. So if you see her commenting, say a little hello to my little niecey girl. Okay. Do I have any other family members on here? If you're from the Krebs clan, make yourself known. Okay, so I'm just going to stamp these little flowers, and I'm going to zoom in so you can see. These are the little daisy bunches, and I stamped, oh, Queen Bee is here. Hello. Okay. All right, so I'm going to take my brush, and I'm just going to dab Dab, dab, dab. Who is stamping with me today? Does anyone have their stamps out, ready to go, ready to practice? Anyone, anyone? All right. Sometimes the comments are lagged, so let me know if you are stamping with me or if you're just watching tonight. Okay, and then I'm going to come in on the other side. My hand is resting on the table, and I am dabbing just like this. I'm leaving white space. White space is an absolute must. White space is a must. If you do not leave white space, your image will be extremely flat. Okay? So, yay, Linda is stamping, and Catherine, you're both stamping with me. Yay, Lindy. Awesome. I love to see it. Great. This is the set that's out. Oh, this is the set. Oh, flower set 1 maybe. Well, darn. Well, I can switch flowers too to, let's switch flowers to the, let's see. I want to show you one that is in stock right now because we have a lot of really great flowers. Let's use one from the mini flower set, and I'll just use the little dots here. These are so cute, and these are really great filler flower, just like these little daisy bunches, and I'll show you how to do these. Stamping, but working on a different project. All right, Diane, I want to see it. I want to see it when you're done. I always get inspired by your work. Okay, so I'm going to put my little dots on here, and that's these ones. This is the mini watercolor flower set. Okay, so I'm going to take my 565. Mary's watching in her PJs. Yes, that's what I want for this hangout, is just you to be comfortable. If you want to stamp with me, stamp with me. If not, totally fine. Just enjoy yourself and hang out. I want to know you guys. I want to, if I have not chatted with you before, I would love for you to just make yourself known in the comments. I want to get to know everybody. So if you're sort of someone who likes to watch from the background, get involved. Everyone's going to be so excited that you say hi. We are all one big group and we just love each other. So feel free to say hello in the comments. I'll give you a little shout out and welcome you in. All right. So Debbie says, I love the mini flower set, especially the dots. Me too. So you'll see a little bit of a difference here with the dots, but it's going to give you kind of that same coverage, okay? Yes, please do. Thank you. Hi, Teresa. Watering Can was my first stamp set at Scrapbook Expo. Yay! I love this set so much. It's so fun. Okay, so you can see the dots kind of give a similar effect. It's just a little bit smaller. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna do those, and then also a little refresher on the grass. If you didn't catch the last video, we did the little structure. I have it right here, the little beach cottage. You can check that out from last week, and I go into a lot of detail on how to do flowers and foliage. So, and every single time we do a back to basics, I will give you a little refresher. So sometimes to see it multiple times is really, really nice. Sheila made it back. Awesome. So happy to have you. I love that you swap out the stamp to the one that's available. Thanks, Elle. That's nice. I want you guys to be able to get what I'm using if you want to use it or if you want to make the same thing. So, and you know, sometimes shipping is just tough right now. So I'm totally happy to do that. Barbara, loved last week's. Thank you. Who else is watching? Jump in and say hi. Yes. I love to say hi to everybody. Don't be shy. And you know what? I totally get it though, because I also sit in the background. I also just like sit and watch and don't comment. So, you know, I get it. If you don't want to say anything, totally fine. All right. So I walked out the grass. You can see I have dark and light variation here, which is really, really important when you're doing watercoloring, because you need to have your shadows and you need to have your highlights. So although it's a different concept than this highlight up here, you are going to have the dark, which comes forward, and then the light, which fades back into the background. Okay, so we are going to zoom in so you can see a little bit better here. Hi, Elaine. So happy you're here. Thank you for commenting. Welcome, welcome. If you have any questions, please just leave them in the comments and I will do my best to catch them. Okay, and I'm just pulling these out. Love these classes. I watched live last week. I'm hooked. You're so good at teaching. Thank you, Tina. You are so sweet. Seriously, like these comments, they give me life. You guys, wanting to come on Tuesday was like my dream. Like being able to come and see you guys and hang out, just casually do like back to basics. Like this is what I have wanted for so long. So I'm so excited to be here. Yeah, we are one big happy family. Hi, Deborah. Hi, Deb. Sorry, I saw your name first and then I saw your comment. So I assume you're going by Deb. So great to see you. Welcome. So happy you said hello. Thrilled to have you here. And I am just pulling these out. Lorna, you know what? It's just about practice. And I can do a couple more grasses here. When you take your stamp and you stamp this down, okay? So I've inked it. I've inked the grass. And when you're inking, this is a really good piece of advice. When you're inking, don't ink with the tip like this, okay? You want to get the side of your marker and just get that ink on in the side, not with the tip, okay? That's gonna distribute more color. And then when you take your grass and you stamp it, you're gonna start and then you're gonna connect it at least 5 times to get that dark and light variation. You can come back over the first part or you can keep going in one direction. And it is going to, thank you, Kathy. It is going to give you that dark and light variation. So once you have that in, okay. Oh, thank you, Elle. Oh my gosh, you are so sweet. I love this. I absolutely love this. It is like the funnest thing ever. And then to connect with you guys who also love it is like, it brings so much like joy to me. It brings joy to my heart. Is the 3x4 inch the biggest stamp block you sell? I need one that's 5 inches to use with the biggest stamp in my all-time favorite set. The feline set. Oh, do we have?
I would have to use a stamp platform.
Oh, okay.
4-inch.
Okay, you, Sheila, I'm being told you would need to use a stamp platform, but the 3x4 inch is probably not big enough.
No, that's the biggest one.
Yeah, the 3x4 inch is the biggest one we have, but you would likely just need to use a stamp platform if you want to do those big stamps. Is what I'm being, information is being delivered to me right now. Thank you, Sandy. Been watching for several months. I'm learning so much. Oh, I'm so happy to hear that. That's great. Okay, so when you get your brush, get it wet. Okay, so, you know, I'm dipping it over here and you can't see. So I'm going to dip once. Okay, I'm not going to go to the metal because if I go to the metal, I'm going to get a drip off onto my paper. Dip once, wipe once, and then just reshape it ever so slightly. Okay, so I have a little bit of a flat tip. I could do flat or not. Sometimes I'll do it with 3 fingers and I'll have more of a point. It's really up to you. It doesn't matter. Okay, and then you're going to take that brush and you're going to start pulling the color out of the lines. And I'm really going to exaggerate this, and you can go slowly or quickly, whatever you want to do. But I can tell you, once you start doing this, you're going to get really fast. But these can be as short or as long as you want. But I will say, the more you pull it out of the stamp itself, the more it's going to look watercolored. Oh, good, Sheila. Yay. Great. Yeah, so the more you pull it out, the more it's going to look watercolored. Like, look at this, okay? As opposed to just the stamp itself, which I now have no more ink on that. The stamp itself is going to look like a stamp, okay? As opposed to this, which you've added water to, okay? I have more issues with containers and structures. for watercoloring. Yeah, that's common. So that's why I'm doing this, so that you get a refresher every single time on how to do it, okay? Now, this is one that is from the watering can set. You know, Renee, the highlights are typically the hardest for people, and you're not alone in that. So I will show you how to do that, and you can ask any questions along the way, okay? All right, so I'm gonna take this little flower from that watering can set, which is gonna be this one that's upside down. So it's gonna be like that. That's the correct side up, okay? So this one, I'm gonna use number 636, and I'm going to ink that. And then I'm gonna take my 526 and just put a little bit of that blue in here. Now, for these flowers that have a bigger bloom, I generally like to use 2 colors. Hi, Kathy, so happy you made it. I like to use 2 colors because it breaks it up a little bit. Okay, so I'm gonna stamp this down. And maybe I'll just do one kind of like that, okay? Maybe a little bit here, and I can kind of put them in however I want to, okay? So I've got my little bouquet here, and you don't have to use the stems on every single one. You can just use the bloom if you want to. Oh, I was kind of off center, huh, when I stamped that. Well, if I need to stamp this again, I can. Okay, so now I'm gonna take my brush, and I'm just going to start dabbing these. And you can see how that blue and the purple play together in this really nice harmony of color. And you can see as I move towards from one side to the other, you can see the difference where that blue and the purple are. The 2 colors on the big bloom is a great idea. Thanks, Barbara. I just like to break it up a little bit. I think it looks really nice. Okay, so that one is that bloom, that really cute, almost looks like hydrangeas. Yes, Mary, and that's really what these are for. Sometimes we just forget, you know, and if I can encourage you as you're watching these back to basics, write down the things that are profound to you or things that you think, oh, I want to use that later, because you might think that you'll remember, but the more you learn, the more you'll forget and the quicker you'll forget, okay? Because there's a lot of information coming in. So if you have this set, stamp it down and write a little note next to it, or have a little note sheet that you're taking these tips down on, because I promise you, you'll forget. And the 2 colored flowers are a big one that adds a ton to your image. So I can show you again. Okay, I'm gonna show you again. So I'm gonna take that 636 and I'm going to ink that bloom. And then I'll take the 526 and I'll just add a little bit of that blue in here. And yes, Oprah would call it an aha moment. That's right. And that's a big reason why we use markers, so that we have that control over the color, okay? Now I'm gonna go 1, 2, and then maybe this time I'm not gonna use another stem. Maybe I'll just do 3. So I kind of like how that looks. So I'm gonna stop the second I think, oh, is that enough? I'll stop. And then if I wanna come back in, I can. When using 2 colors, do you place the lighter or darker color first? Kathy, you know, I just kind of put them in. But be aware, if you use a darker color first and then the lighter, you'll definitely have that darker color on your marker. So for this one, I will definitely have purple on my blue. If you're using like a yellow, I would always recommend doing the yellow first. But if you're doing kind of a purple and blue, I generally speaking don't mind having purple on my blue. Even if I'm doing a sky, so it has a little bit of purple in the sky, I'm cool with that. So it really depends on how you want to see your markers, but you can always take your marker and you can, oh, here's another one I did, Bible journaling. Let's see, you can always take your marker and just color and get that purple off, okay? So there is a way. All right. Okay, Karen, have a great time. Happy birthday. You helped me this afternoon with the apples and I never would have used brown and red. Yay! Now I know why they never looked right. Oh, I'm so happy, Mary. Yay, that's great. Okay, so I'm just gonna dab these. Remember, I'm leaving some white space so the whole flower doesn't get dabbed. It's just part of it. Okay. And I'm just going to add some water in there. And I can always take just plain water and pull this out a little bit too if I want it to kind of haze out a little bit more. Just pure water and just start pulling that color out. Okay, so you have, even between these two blooms, they look different, don't they? Isn't that amazing? So even though you're stamping it 2 different times, they do look different. So you're gonna have a different look. Okay, now we're going to, let's see if I can flip that over. I'm gonna flip this over and we're gonna do the other flower. So we're gonna do this cute little stemmed flower, and I'm gonna use the 526 on this. I'm gonna color the little blooms with the 526. Again, you could use 2 colors on this if you want to. And then I'm gonna do 177 on the stem. This one is also so cute. Never thought of that. Yay, great. Okay. How adorable are these flowers? I love these flowers so much. And this is what I mean when I'm like, oh my word, this is gonna be so good for me to just sort of have as a reminder of the flowers that we have, because these are so fun. Some of these earlier flowers just get forgotten when there's new releases. So a lot of you probably have these and you just didn't even realize it. And you can make your blooms even bigger by just stamping the top. Okay, so I'm going to take my brush and I'm going to just dab where the blooms are. And if you didn't catch that I'm not watering the stems, I'm doing that on purpose because when the stems add, or when you add water to the stems, it makes them look really, really thick. Did I get another comment on freezing? I hope not. Let's see. Maybe I just have this worry that I'm gonna freeze. Okay, thanks Diane. I know, aren't these fun? Okay, so I'm just adding water to these, and these are a little bit less defined than those first ones because they've got a lot of lighter areas in here. Okay, love the different, I know, aren't they, Renee? I know, I love how versatile these are. Especially the stemmed flowers. I mean, these can just stick out of anything. And do you see the difference? So you can really get, do you prefer hot or cold press? Cold press. We do typically only use cold press. I love the different flowers. What are the blues? Oh, sorry, Bridget, I may have forgotten. This is 526. Okay. So now we have this little leaf here, and I'm gonna use 2 colors on this. This is also extremely cute. I'm gonna use this bright green. Now I used this earlier today. We don't have it on the website. I think we're gonna try to get it because it's just so cute and I want to use it a lot more. But it's a bright green. You can use any water-based bright green. No problem, Bridget. Thanks for asking. And I'm going to just put this right down the center. Just one line right down the center. And then I'm going to use 249. This is 249. And I'm going to do this on the edges and down the middle. Okay. Now, again, I'm going to stamp this in just like that. And I can have them dark or light or wherever. And I'm just going to take this and pull these out. Now these are more background little leaves, okay? But how adorable are these? And I was gonna show you these with the little hydrangea looking flowers because they're just too cute. Okay, so you have something like that. Nancy, this is actually in the watering can set. So this is actually in here. So if you have a watering can set, then it is in with this one, okay? And I'll show you that one again. So I'm gonna take that really bright green and I'm just going to put a line down the center. And then I'm gonna take 249 and just do the outer leaves. And I'll do fewer on this one to show you. Okay. So I can just do a couple of these. We'll just do 2. Okay, just do a couple of these and then pull out the color. And then I've got that really bright green in the center. And you could obviously do these as opposites too. You could put the bright green on the outside. How cute. I know, Mary, isn't that funny? You're like, I have these sets and I'm like, don't even realize I have these little cute little foliages and flowers. So yeah, this is part of the reason we're doing this, is just to kind of give you a good idea of what you have if you have them, okay? Now I'm gonna take my little vine and I'm just gonna show you quick how to do a vine. This is your basic vine. I'm gonna take number 177 and I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 when I'm stamping these in. So I want 5 or more. And we'll do this again. Okay, 5 or more. And I'm gonna take my brush. Thanks, Tina. I know, I have so much fun. I have so much fun with you guys. I'm gonna be looking forward to Tuesdays every week. Okay, so I'm just dabbing this and I'm leaving white space, but this is going to be my basic foliage here. Okay. Any questions on any of the flowers or the foliages that I just used? Amy, I'm not sure. I'm using the same colors as I always use, except for this bright green. So it could be the screen, but these are the same colors that I always use. So I'm not sure. All right, so, all right, let's get into, Nancy, what set are what? The markers, the stamps. I'm happy to answer any questions. Okay, so I'm gonna take my little watercolor paper now, okay? And we are gonna start our watering can project. So I'm gonna take my watering can. Oh, Cindy, it's easy. The foliage is in the watering can set. So this is number 4761. That's this one. The other foliage I'm using is going to be in this one. So this is watercolor foliage set 4, 5126. And I'm using this little vine right here. And then the grass is here. So this is the grass, and this is foliage set 4051. The flowers come with the watering can. Okay, so these 2 flowers come with the watering can in this set. The dots that I also showed you are gonna come in this set, watercoloring flower mini set. Okay, so I'm only using a few sets here. So again, I'm using watercolor mini flower set. That's gonna be the dots. The watering can set is 4761, and that's gonna have all these 3 little stems that I just showed you, which are so cute. Then I'm gonna use the grass in foliage set 4051. And then also this little vine from watercolor foliage set 4. Okay, and of course we will link these all in the comment section below. Of course, you're very welcome. Happy to help. I need some storage suggestions. I know. So we use, we do this kind of thing where they're photo boxes, and then we'll do flowers and stick all the flowers in here. And then you just stack them in your little photo container. That's what works for us right now. There may be some other options that work better for people. Okay, so I'm going to take my watering can and I'm going to use 2 colors. I'm going to use number 969. Okay, 969. right here. And just like that. Okay. Now I'm going to take my number 565 and then just kind of go along the edge here. Just like this. 565. I'm going to get all these little lines here. Now you need to have a stamp off sheet. Okay. So I'm going to use this little stamp off sheet. I'm going to stamp off once. And then I am going to huff on this just once, just because I can tell I stamped a lot off on that. And I'll just stamp that right in the center of my paper. Okay. Cindy, I use the palettes they sell for watercoloring. Okay, did I miss a question? Oh yeah, Georgia. Maybe you can stamp a picture of it in the stamp group or something. I use kitchen clear containers and put the stamps in clear envelopes. Oh, there you go, Renee. Okay, so I've got my little watering can and I'm going to zoom in, take my brush, and I'm going to use my little brush. Now, when you're doing this, you want to make sure, here I'll use my little stamped off piece. This was a lesson we learned last week. You don't want to follow the lines on the line, so you don't want to do this. You don't want to follow the lines on the line because you're basically just tracing. That is not what you want to do, okay? So I'm going to show you. So this is something we see a lot, is just following those lines like this. That's not what we want to do. We want to add water underneath the line so that you can start pulling the color out of the lines, okay? So I'm going to take my brush and I'm going to start underneath the line and I'm just going to pull out some of that color under the line, and I'm going to work in sections. So I'm going to leave this center area highlighted because anything that's rounded and coming towards you, so this round is coming towards you, the part that's closest to you is going to be highlighted, which is going to be the center. Okay, so I'm going to take a little bit more water and I'm just going to pull a little bit of color out of here and use it in this section. And you can see these colors are a little bit different. That's because we used the blue and the brown. Okay, I'm just pulling this out, using those lines as color sources, but I'm not going over them. I'm not tracing over them. Okay, so you can see that center area is still highlighted. Any questions so far? I don't think so. All right, and I have my little can here, so I'm going to bring down that color. You can see I'm getting a lot of gray in here. I love it. I love the differentiation in color when you use those two colors. Okay, now this part is going to be solid because it's a shadow down here, and then I'll bring a little bit up in here. Okay, so I've got the outline of my watering can done. I do want to add in some more blue just to kind of give it that tin look. So I'm going to take my palette and I'm going to use number 565. Oops, 565. I know this has some brown on it, but that's okay. Okay, number 565. And I'm going to grab a little bit of that blue. And I'm just going to drop it right into my can and just kind of blend it in with the color that's already there using water. Okay, now I'm going to take that same blue and just kind of pull it around. Now that highlight in the center, it doesn't need to be perfect. It can just be a light area. Okay, it doesn't have to be from section to section perfect. Okay, no questions yet. I'm going to keep going. So I'm taking that gray and just dropping it in, and you can see how nicely it's blending in with that brown. I'm going to take a little bit more and just have a darker edge in the shaded areas. So this is going to be shaded underneath the little spout because this part is facing upwards and that's what's going to be hitting the sun. Oh, thanks, Andrea. Thank you. I hope so. I hope you're learning all kinds of things. We just love teaching this because it's amazing how many people thought that they couldn't be artists. And then they started doing this technique and now they realized that they can, that their second grade art teacher was wrong. You know, I can't tell you how many people have told me that their grade school teachers told them they weren't artists. It's just incredible. And then you're realizing later in life, oh my word, I am an artist. Like it's amazing. I love it. It's a great feeling to see people sort of find their inner artist that they didn't even realize was there. Shelly. Oh, Shelly has shared what she uses for storage. So she uses clear plastic top loading sheets in a D-ring binder. Okay, works great and everything's contained in one place. Ooh, good idea. I know, Nancy, I miss the classes too. I really miss the classes, which is why I'm trying to be online more because I just miss you guys. Okay. So, all right, so I've got my watering can pretty much done. Now you'll notice, even though I have the brown and the blue in there, my center highlight is still there. It's still there, it's not going anywhere. That's a really important piece. If that is not highlighted in the center, at least somewhat, it's gonna feel very, very flat, okay? So you definitely want your highlight. All right, let's start putting stuff into this watering can. So I'm gonna take a little piece of masking tape. You can use a Post-it note, whatever you wanna use. And I'm just gonna use this. Oh, perfect, Tina. She just puts them back in the sleeve they came in. That's a great idea. Oh, good, Carolyn. Yay. I know. I really like seeing things up close on video too. So I generally like to do that for my lives. Just because my eyesight isn't the best and I like to see up close. Okay, so all right, now I'm gonna take my cute little stem here and I'm gonna have this one ready. So the stamps I'm gonna put in these, I haven't done a single one. I have stamps and bought more this morning after your class. I'm nervous to actually begin. I think tomorrow might be the day. Sheila, get to it, girl. You got the stuff. You can do this. I know you can do this. It is so fun. And once you start, there's no going back. I'm telling you, it is such a blast. You just got to take that leap and jump into it. You already have everything. So I'm going to challenge you to make tomorrow the day or tonight the day and just get in there and do something simple. Even if that means practicing your foliage and flowers, practicing one pot. You don't even have to put anything together yet. What's that piece of white paper? It is, Deb, it is Canson watercolor paper. It's cold press and it's my favorite. So it's this one. It's the Canson watercolor paper. We have it on the website. It's 140-pound cold press. I don't have the watering can, so I'm using the, perfect, Mary. Yeah, if you don't have the watering can, just bust out something that you do have. Okay, so I'm gonna use this little guy. I'm also going to use this one. Okay, that little cute one. I'm gonna use this vine and the little dots and the grass. Okay, so I'm gonna use all these and I'm gonna start building up just down here first and then I'll start building up the higher things. Okay, so I'm gonna take my little vine and I'm just gonna put a little base in here using the 249. Oops. Sometimes I don't stick and then what you have to do is just get a little wet wipe and just wipe the back. If your stamp starts not sticking, just wipe the back, let it dry for a second. okay? Or wipe it off with your finger. And then stick it onto your acrylic block and it will not go anywhere, okay? So I'm gonna just ink this. And I'm gonna start just putting in this sort of bottom layer down in here. I am gonna bring in some more vines to hang over the front. But just for right now, I just want sort of a base, okay? So I'm gonna take my brush and I'm going to add water to this, just like that, okay? Now I'm gonna put in my little stems and then I'll do the filler flowers underneath these. So I'll take my 636 and just like we practiced, I'm gonna put that purple in and then I'm gonna do the blue, or you could do the blue first and then the purple. Now if you do the purple second, make sure you don't color over the blue because it will kind of overpower that blue. Okay, so you can do something like that. Cute. Now I'm going to take my brush and just start dabbing. Dab, dab, dab. Okay, some areas are going to be darker than others. You want to make sure you leave highlights. So if that means you have to come back in later and add a little bit lighter of an area, like in here, if I kept going right here, I would have one big blob because there's a lot of water in that one. So I'm gonna let that dry before I hit it again. Okay, and then a little bit down here. And I can bring this out just a touch, a very, very light haze. Very, very light haze out in here. Okay, now I'm gonna let that dry before I use this one. So I'm gonna go ahead and do a couple filler flowers down in here. So I'm gonna use, let's use pink. So I'm gonna use 725 and I'm gonna ink these little filler flowers right here. And I'm just gonna put these down in here. And let's do some right there. Maybe some up in here. Okay, and let's leave it at that for right now. I can always come back in and add more. A lot of this is just add a little bit and then add your water and decide if you want to add more, or go to another area and do another area and then come back. So it's just kind of fun to play around and say, okay, I'm ready to, you know, move to the next section, but I'll come back if I want to add more greenery or what have you. It's just part of the fun. Okay, so I'm going to take that little leaf and I'm going to do that bright green center and then the 249 on the outsides. Okay, a little bit on the stem, not too much. And I'm just going to add a couple of these in here. Just to kind of break up, actually maybe one more over here. Just to kind of break up that purple. Okay. How cute is that? Well, that's the part I didn't mention. I need lots of binders. Yeah, same. That's hilarious. You guys are so funny. Okay, so I'm gonna take my brush and pull this color out just like that. I got my little stem in here. That's okay. It's not a big deal. Okay. We'll just brush that on. All right. And I'm going to take this off now because my stems are done. So I can come back in now and add some little vines over the top of the watering can because things come forward too. So you want to make sure that you have things kind of coming forward onto your watering can because that's going to look the most realistic, is when you have things sort of coming over and sort of hanging out of your pot, just like that. Thank you. Thanks, Barbara. All right, so I'm going to take my little pink. Actually, I've got to add water to that first. Let's zoom in again. All right, so I'm gonna add water to these. And we'll put a couple more little pink flowers in here. This is a really, really simple technique. You can see, I'm going to try to cover up that little green piece I did. It doesn't really matter. I could leave it as is if I want to. It really, really doesn't matter. But there are ways to kind of camouflage areas that you think, well, I wish I didn't, you know, do this or that. And, you know, the vine is usually what I go to for that. So, okay. Lots of kitchen tubs for all my stamps, Renee. Yeah, the storage is a hard one. It really is, especially because these are meant to be a collection. And so you want to keep them together as a collection. So I totally get that. All right, so I'm going to take my grass now and I'm going to go just like this and walk it out. We'll give it a little home to live in. Okay. And then we'll take our, what's set for the pink flowers? Tina, those are going to be in your mini flower set. And let me pull that up for you. That's going to be this one, 5009. It's going to be that little flower right there. 5009 watercolor mini flower set. Okay, so I'm going to take my brush and I'm going to just pull this grass out. And it's okay if it goes over the watering can. It's in front of it, right? Thank you, Kylie. Thank you so much. This is just a really fun technique and you can do all kinds of things with it. All right, so now that I have this in place, let's take one of our little flowers and we'll kind of lay it down here in the front. This is a really cute little technique. So I can use the same colors that I used before, the purple and blue, and then the green stem. And I'm just going to lay it down in front as if it kind of fell down. Okay. And I'll just take my color or my brush and just add the water. And then we want to just do a little shadow right underneath it. Just underneath. Just so it looks like it's kind of laying there. So that that top part looks like it's kind of coming up. And then the bottom part is actually laying on the ground. Just like that. And then we'll put a little shadow here. And we've got our grass. Okay. How cute is that? I hope I wasn't off screen. Let's see what kind of... The wagon set has dot flowers too. Oh yeah, Diane, thank you. The wagon set does have dot flowers. Let's see, did I miss any questions? Any questions? Okay, so let's put in our sky. We gotta have our little sky. And just make this really simple, okay? So 526. The sky can be really, really simple. Thank you, Doris. Thank you, Carolyn, TJ. Thank you so much. And I'm just going to add a little bit of blue in here. And I'm trying to follow the comments. I used a photo cassette case. Wow, you guys are so creative. There's so many creative people. Don't forget to sign in date. I won't, Georgia. You know I do, though. You know I do. I like to tell people, don't forever forget. And then here I forget, like, all the time. Inspired to practice tomorrow. Yay, Kathy. Awesome. That makes me really happy. That's why I do this, to inspire you to get going. Challenge you. Hey, what should the challenge be this week for the stamp group? You guys did amazing White Sand Beach. the last time. Loved it. A lot of you guys met that challenge. What should the challenge be this week? What do you guys think? What are some ideas? Anyone? Maybe no challenge this week. Thanks, Carla. Thank you, Maggie. Never think to leave a flower out of the container. You know, Shelly, I wish I could take credit for this, but this is an idea that my mom does all the time. And I just kind of on a whim tonight was like, I am going to do a flower that's fallen out, which I like almost never do. So I have to give her the credit for that one. Oh yeah, Pam, thank you. I need you in my life because I right before I was doing the sky, I was like, oh, I gotta do my dots or Pam's gonna get me. What group? Oh, Teresa. So this is the Art Impressions stamp group. So it is not our group. It is run by, it's not an official group. So it's run by Carla Eckes and moderated by Ruth Ann Plant. And they have made this incredible group that just plays, everybody that's in it will post their work. We get inspired. My mom and I are on there all the time. It's on Facebook, Art Impressions Stamp Group. And you have to answer a few questions to get in, but literally everybody is amazing. There's not a single negative comment. And I think there's about 2,000 people in there now. I think the group just hit 2,000. So, but I'm on there a lot. I comment. A lot of people will tag me and just ask kind of advice on stuff. So you're totally welcome to do that. But yeah, go in there, get onto the stamp group. It is seriously just absolutely amazing. I love everybody in there. I've made some really good friends in there. So, people I wouldn't have probably met otherwise. So definitely, get in there and get inspired. It's so inspirational. It really is, Sheila. Yay, Carla. Great to have you. So happy you're here. Okay, Georgia, great to see you. Take care. Say hi to Rachel. Let's see. So happy to found that group. I know, Andrea. Isn't it amazing? I know. Carla's amazing. And so is Ruth Ann. Ruth Ann moderates it, and she is incredible. She's posting stuff all the time, her own masterpieces. So the group is pretty awesome and growing all the time. Thanks, Diane. You are a peach. Thank you so much. It's hard to link anything when I'm like on here, so I appreciate that. Okay, so, ooh, St. Patrick's Day. Andrea, I like it. Okay, everyone, the challenge in the stamp group is something St. Patty's Day themed. So I'm thinking golds, greens, all that good stuff. If you need some inspiration, I've got a really fun watercolor wreath on YouTube with the little St. Patty's Day set. I know Dot just made one. It was so cute. So get over there. Your challenge, Ruth Ann, are you on? Ruth Ann, we need a St. Patty's Day watercolor. She's gonna get so like, she's gonna be like, okay, Kendra, like quit setting me up for all this. Oh my goodness, Ruth Ann, you know I love ya. Okay, so I am going to do my little dots because Pam's gonna get me if I don't. So I'm gonna use the little twin tone, okay. And, oh good, Teresa, yes, we're gonna be so happy to have you. And I say we as if it's my group. It's not my group. This is not our group. It's not official Art Impressions, but I just kind of, oh, Ruth Ann is thinking, yes, queen. It is not officially Art Impressions, but I just feel like everybody in that group is like my family members. So, thanks, Roberta. Thank you. I know this pot is really fun, or this watering can is really fun to shade. You just want to remember that center area needs to be highlighted. Gina, one of my winners. Hi, thank you. Good to see you. Gina won. I think it was the first throwback giveaway. Okay, and I'm just going to do my little dots here because, you know, I'm a little bit extra and I like to. And then I'm going to sign. Okay, everybody. I am gonna move, we'll zoom in one more time just for the final one. The stamps that I used, again, were the watering can. Thank you, Pam. It was the, of course, Cindy, my pleasure. One big AI family. Yes, Shanti. Yes, yes, yes. Great back to, thank you. Thank you, Diane. See you next Tuesday. Okay, so the watering can here, I used, actually not this one. I used this vine in the watercolor foliage set 4. That's a repeat. I used this grass in the foliage set, and then I used the mini watercolor set, the dots right here. Yay, I'm glad. So happy. Beautiful, never used these stamps before. Oh, Ruth Ann, get on it, girl. Thank you, Nell. Thank you so much, TJ, Nancy, Renee, Tony. Oh, this is so fun. You guys, once everything kind of settles, we should do like a little Salem meetup for those of you who are in the area. That would be like really, really fun to do like a little meet and greet and have like maybe a little watercolor get together or something. What do you guys think about that? Okay, so I'm going to change the camera over again and put you up here. Let me see if I can do this. Sorry, this is not a good view. Okay. Of course, Catherine. My pleasure. Okay, everybody. So that was really fun. Debbie is into a Salem meetup. Oh, well, Debbie, you are in Salem, so why haven't we met up anyway? Is there a giveaway tonight? You guys, I didn't plan a giveaway tonight. I do not have a giveaway planned tonight, but I will do a giveaway next week. Is Bonnie on tomorrow? Amy, yes, she is on tomorrow. And let's see, I'll come from California. Yes, Velda. Yes, yes, yes. Of course, Tina. Sheila's in Bay City, Oregon. Yeah, you gotta come. We did a meetup at Runaway. Oh, fun. The demo was the giveaway. Oh, for last time? Yeah. So I can't do giveaways every time, but I will definitely do them. I did a giveaway this morning. So I was planning to do a giveaway next Tuesday. But I'm being told I need to give away my project. So, okay, so how am I going to choose a winner then? Somebody who's commented? Okay, we're going to do a random giveaway to somebody who is commented, and we're going to do the random. Okay, so the winner for my little demo is going to be dun, 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 dun. Sharon Parker, you won. Yay! Sharon Parker, I am going to DM you and I will get your address and I will send you my little demo if you would like it. And giveaways are always international, so you can win whether you're from the United States or elsewhere. So Sharon Parker, are you on here still? Yay, Sharon. Okay, so I will DM you and I will get your info. If you check your messages and you don't see me, check the messages that are from people that you're not friends with. Sometimes Facebook hides those, so I might be in another section. So make sure you find me. I will DM you. Okay, so next week, are you ready? Dun, 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 dun. We are going to do the flowering mailbox. This is so cute. These flowers are darling. I'm gonna change the view to be straight up. Do I see Sharon commenting? She may have run, but I will catch her in her DMs. Okay, so I'm gonna be doing the mailbox next week. I love this. It is so fun. The shading is gonna be a really good lesson too. How to shade on the inside, okay? So, yes, Diane, it's so good, huh? Okay, everybody. Well, you know, as is par, I've gone over an hour now. So, I will see you guys next Tuesday. Love you all. Mwah. Oh, the number for the mailbox, Velda, is 4607. Okay, 4607 and 4607. Okay, all right, everyone. I'll see you next time. Bye. Check us out. YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, all that good stuff. Signing out. See ya.